Look at your life for a second. Be honest, you are tired. Not because you work too hard, but because you chase the wrong thing. Happiness. That soft, glowing lie sold to you as the final destination. The smiling couple in the ad. The vacation photo. The promise that one day, when everything lines up, you will finally feel complete. That promise is poison, because happiness makes men fragile. Miyamoto Musashi did not chase happiness. He chased sharpening, and that is why his name still echoes through time, while the happy men of his era vanished without a trace. Today I want to tear the mask off happiness and show you something far more dangerous. Anti-fragility. The ability to grow stronger from pain, chaos, loss, and pressure. Not resilience, not survival, evolution. And once you see this, you will never live the same way again. Let me tell you a story. Musashi was not born into comfort. He was not raised with safety nets. As a teenager, he walked into his first duel with a sword longer than his body and killed a trained warrior. Not because he was calm, not because he was happy, but because pressure had already carved something sharp inside him. While other men sought peace, Musashi sought sharpening. While they avoided discomfort, he stepped directly into it. And that choice changed everything. Modern men are taught to chase happiness like addicts chasing a hit. Feel good, stay comfortable, avoid stress, avoid pain, avoid failure, and the result is predictable. The moment life applies pressure, they fold. Look around. One breakup and a man collapses. One financial hit and he loses his identity. One public failure and he disappears. That is not weakness of body. That is weakness of structure. Happiness creates glass men. Anti-fragility creates steel. There is a scene in the anime Berserk where Guts is trapped in endless war. Betrayal, blood, loss stacked on loss. A normal man would break. Guts becomes something else. Not because he enjoys suffering, but because suffering becomes the environment that forges him. That is anti-fragility. Pressure does not damage him. It upgrades him. Musashi lived this long before psychologists put words to it. He wandered Japan homeless by choice, slept outdoors, fought duels to the death, not to feel alive, but to strip weakness from his mind. He understood something most men never learn. Comfort rots you quietly. Pain tells the truth loudly. Here is the trap. Happiness makes you dependent on conditions. You feel good only when life behaves, when people treat you right, when plans work, when outcomes favor you. That dependency is fragile. Musashi wrote in the Book of Five Rings that you must become indifferent to where you sleep and what you eat. Not because deprivation is noble, but because dependency is dangerous. The man who needs life to be gentle cannot survive when life turns violent. And life always turns violent, maybe not with swords, but with loss, with betrayal, with humiliation, with isolation at 3 in the morning when no one is coming to save you. I once knew a man who lost everything in a single year. Marriage gone, business collapsed, reputation destroyed. He spent months numbing himself, chasing happiness again. New distractions, new pleasures, new escapes. None of it worked. Then something shifted. He stopped asking, "How do I feel better?" He started asking, "How do I get stronger?" Cold mornings, brutal workouts, long walks alone, hard conversations, no shortcuts, no anesthesia. 2 years later, he was unrecognizable. Not happier in the soft sense, sharper, calmer, dangerous in the quiet way. The kind of man who does not need reassurance because chaos already taught him who he is. That is anti-fragility. Musashi became undefeated not because he avoided loss, but because every encounter refined him. Every duel was feedback, every mistake was data, every wound was instruction. Happiness teaches you to protect yourself. Anti-fragility teaches you to expose yourself intelligently. There is a difference. In the movie Fight Club, Tyler Durden says, "I want you to hit me as hard as you can." That line resonates because deep down, men know something is missing. We are starving for pressure, starving for resistance, starving for a reason to harden. Modern life removes resistance and calls it progress. Musashi would call it decay. He trained in disadvantage on purpose, using wooden swords against steel, fighting multiple opponents, arriving late to duels to disturb his enemy's mind. He did not seek fairness, he sought adaptation. Because adaptation is power, happiness freezes you in place. Anti-fragility forces movement. Here is the practical truth. If you want to become anti-fragile, you must stop asking how to feel good and start asking how to grow from damage. First, inject voluntary hardship into your life, not performative suffering, real friction. Wake up earlier than comfort allows. Train when motivation is absent. Put yourself in rooms where you are not the strongest, not the smartest, not the safest. Your nervous system adapts to what you expose it to. Musashi did not wait for hardship to find him. He hunted it. Second, reframe loss instantly. The fragile man says, this should not have happened. The anti-fragile man says, what does this teach me? Not later, not after healing, immediately. Information degrades if you delay. Third, detach your identity from outcomes. Musashi lost friends, lost status, lived as an outsider. None of it touched his center because his identity was internal. He was committed to the path, not applause. This is red pill truth most men avoid. The man who needs validation will always kneel to whoever withholds it. The man who needs nothing becomes untouchable. There is a line in the series Peaky Blinders where Thomas Shelby says, "You do not parley when you are on the back foot." That mindset is anti-fragile, calm under threat, clarity under pressure. Musashi cultivated that calm by living without illusions. No safety net, no false hope, no happiness chase, only sharpening. Here is the final image I want burned into your mind. Picture two men standing under the same black sky. The wind is violent, rain cuts sideways, thunder shakes the ground beneath their feet. Neither man can escape the storm. That part is not a choice. The first man built his life like a glass house, smooth walls, clean lines, comfort everywhere. He invested everything into feeling good. When the storm hits, the cracks appear instantly. One window shatters, then another. Panic sets in. He tries to protect what was never built to endure. By morning, there is nothing left but broken pieces and regret. The second man built his life like a forge, rough, loud, uncomfortable. Inside, there is heat, fire, pressure shaping steel. When the storm arrives, it does not destroy him. It intensifies him. The wind feeds the flames. The chaos hardens what is already being formed. He does not survive the storm by hiding. He survives by using it. Same storm, same pain, same uncertainty. Completely different outcome. Happiness teaches you to run from storms, to pray they pass, to build your identity around calm weather. Anti-fragility teaches you to expect storms and prepare to harvest them. Musashi did not aim to feel good. He aimed to be finished, sharpened, whole, unbreakable at the core. That is the difference most men never grasp. Stop chasing happiness. It collapses under pressure. Chase anti-fragility. It feeds on pressure. The world does not respect comfort. It respects men forged by resistance. Become the man storms cannot erase. Thank you for watching. If you want more raw, uncut insights, join my free newsletter. The link is in the description. And if you want to see more videos, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one.